Hello, my name is Kelly Adkins, and I'm here again with the author of The Theory of Five, Chris Saraceno himself. And today, as part two of our Theory of Five, Five for Five conversation, we will be talking about the area of marriage. So, Chris, what does marriage mean to you?
Well, it's marriage or relationships. Doesn't mean that somebody is officially married, but I believe in any relationship. You have to, no matter who it is, it's somebody that you care about, somebody that's a friend of yours, somebody that love is a big aspect. If that's somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with, but I would say that the people that have the best relationships, they are friends, they love one another, but they also forgive one another, knowing that people make mistakes. People say the wrong things. People sometimes maybe do not walk the talk all the time of what they want to do, and show that you're grateful for somebody. Show that you're grateful. And it's the little things. The difference between a good marriage and a great marriage is just the little things you do the little things you do in the morning. It could be the touch of the hand, just telling somebody how much you appreciate them for the little things that they're doing in life. And I find that what happens is we get so focused on other areas of our lives, we end up taking each other for granted. We may have the best intentions when you leave that morning, and you might be thinking of them all day long, but your partner's they're not a mind reader. They don't know that you thought about them all day and you had these grand intentions, but you worked an 8-hour or 10-hour day and you walk in and all of a sudden what you thought about all day, you don't say and you don't do. So I would say the people that I see have the best relationships. They think about it, they implement it, they show that person all the time they're important. If they make a mistake, they have no problem saying they're sorry. The other partner also understands to forgive somebody and let somebody know how grateful they are at all times.
Wow. Chris, I could personally relate to a lot of the things you were saying. So I'm sure that your fans watching are also thinking back into what this means to them as well in their relationships. And you mentioned forgiveness quite a bit. So if I had to go out on a limb here, I would assume that maybe one of your marriage/relationship mentors might have endowed that to you. So who are your marriage or relationship mentors?
Well, I've had, again, that's where I watch their actions when I'm with them. And it's the little things. It might be the touch of a hand when they're at dinner together. It might be the look that they have in their eye. It might be someone saying thank you or pulling up a chair or opening a door for somebody. It's the way they look at one another. And if there's conflict, asking them, how do you handle it? And I find that the people that have the best relationships, they don't sweat the little things. They sort of just rub it off and say, you know what? Now you don't major on minor issues. Those are minnows. You look at the whales if there's a big issue in a relationship. Those are the things that you're going to focus on. And those are the things that are going to dramatically impact a relationship. And it might be time together. It might be, we all heard the statement about different love languages. Each person that you have in every relationship is a little bit different. You got to find out what's important to your partner. What's important to that person in front of you, the one that you love and you care about. For some people, it's time together. For other people, it's just letting them know how much you care about them at all times and showing appreciation.
Absolutely. And, it seems like you talked a lot about forgiveness, not sweating the small stuff, quality time. And that, again, goes to those five love languages. So if you had to encourage someone to put attention onto their relationship or marriages and find their mentors, why would you do that?
Well, we said this during our first interview. If you care about somebody, you share that with somebody. And I believe, right now, the United States, 50% of all people who get married end up getting divorced. To me, that's a sad fact that you enter a marriage and enter a relationship. That's marriage. Relationships, I'm sure it's much higher than that when you start a relationship with somebody. So I think people have to understand that when you enter a relationship or a marriage and you're planning on being with somebody the rest of your life, you got to choose your battles wisely. And they're going to make a mistake, and you have to learn to forgive, and you have to remind somebody to be grateful. And it's really easy to focus on just yourself and what you want in a relationship. Sometimes if you focus on what's best for them, that's when you have the best relationship. And years ago, I had a gentleman that was married for 65 years. And when his wife passed, He told me, hey, listen, Chris, the key is focusing on what's best for we, not me. He said, that's the difference. You got to always focus on best for both of you. And if you make that person feel special and you make your spouse feel special, that's what's going to have a relationship that lasts for a lifetime.
Thinking about the grand scheme of things and how other people can be successful and happy in your mutual relationship, that again segues perfectly into why people should tune into our third part while we talk about the area of parenting, because sometimes you have to remove yourself to think about how you're parenting.
Yeah, I got a theory. It's a theory of five that makes you